Okay, hi everyone. Welcome to our
Wow.
event. I'm here with Hajar. Hi Hajar, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. So we'll give everyone a few minutes to come on. Hi
Mhm.
everyone, to our viewers. Let us
Wow.
know our students. Let us know what you're studying, and our applicants know. Let us know what your where you're from, so we can differentiate. I'd love to see some comments to make sure that people are here and listening and watching. Um, my name is Jessica. I'm the social media and community manager at University of the People, and it's a pleasure to be here today. As usual, with Hajar, we're going to talk about how UO People has helped her in her life. But before we do that, I just want to remind everyone. Okay, yay! I see our first comment from Zahir. Hi, Zahir. How are you? Thank you for commenting. Keep the comments coming, guys. I love them. By the way, feel free to ask questions to our viewers. Feel free to ask questions. If I don't cover the question during the event, I will review and respond after. Not to worry, I won't forget about you. I see all the comments that come in. Sometimes they're super quick, so it's hard to respond, but we are on it. Okay, so we have very exciting news. Tomorrow is the early admissions deadline. So if you haven't saved your spot for next term, which starts November 12th, go ahead and go to our application page. You can do that by copying the link in the description of this event and pasting it into your browser. I've made it super, super easy. I don't know why I'm snapping. I think I'm a little hyper. Anyways, so that's good though. We need the energy to keep us going through these weird times. Anyways, okay, so speaking of weird times, I know that Corona has impacted our students all around the world, but I want to remind you that nothing at University of the People has changed. Everything is the same. How is this possible? Because we have cutting edge technology. We've been around for over 10 years, so we are pioneers in the field of online education. So while a lot of schools are closing, University of the People is thriving because we already have the technology in place. We have the professors. We have the volunteers, we have staff, everyone's working really hard to make sure that your education is not disrupted. We really value the quality of education. Okay, with that being said, let's talk a little bit about how UO People can help you with your life, and then we'll go back and interview Hajar. So let's start with this some of the issues that students face all around the world with getting a higher education is the high cost of tuition. At University of the People, we offer tuition free, which doesn't mean we're free. It just means that we collect small minimal fees to keep us up and running. Did you know that tuition in the U.S. costs somewhere between $20,000 to $50,000 a year? And American degrees are in high demand, but they're often very expensive, as I just said. And there's a lack of flexibility. You can't attend. This was before Corona, but traditionally, you have to go to in class. You have to attend classes in person at a specific time. So there's a lack of flexibility. And also, if you want to go to an English university, an American university, English is sometimes an issue for people because we know that English is the key to succeed in our global economy, but not everyone is proficient. So how can University of the People help you? Well, number one, we are American accredited through the DEAC since 2014, and we are 100% online, which gives our students lots of flexibility to balance their work with their life, with their family, with their academics, and it allows we have 44,000 students from over 200 countries and territories studying with us, so we have a very diverse student body. Like I said, we are tuition free. You never have to pay tuition or pay for school materials. Like I said, we're not absolutely free. We do have small minor fees, but we have grants and scholarships available to students who might, have some financial barriers. So if that's an issue for you, not to worry. And of course, we do have a world-renowned academic leadership team. Our professors come from the top universities around the world: Yale, NYU, UC Berkeley, and many, many more. Full list on our website. And we really value personal support. So once you start your application at University of the People, you are assigned an admission advisors to help guide you through the process. And then when you become a student, you are assigned a program advisor to be your point of contact and support at University of the People. So that's that. If anyone has any questions about anything I just mentioned, please let us know in the comments, and we'll be happy to address the questions. Okay, so first of all, this is Hajar. Hi, Hajar again. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for asking. So, Hajar, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? Where do you live?
Well, I live in Morocco. It's a country in North Africa. It's a beautiful country.
Now, I have a question not related to academics. What is going on with COVID-19 in Morocco? How's the situation there?
Well, COVID-19 had affected my country really bad. Nothing is the same. Everything decreased. Economically, COVID-19 did decrease our job opportunities. It affected family incomes. Thanks to the government, they donated 1,000 to 2,000 dirhams to poor families. And it badly affected all our small businesses and big ones. It affected education by ruining the system and ruining the normal path of education. It made up difficulties for children um, to to go to school normally, and so it make them study remotely, which made parents really mad about it, and they started homeschooling their children and skipping school. It affected me too. I used to go out and a lot, and now I should stay home and I cannot have a job. In general, the coronavirus pandemic, it has affected the progress of the country in every aspect.
Wow. So first of all, I'm really sorry to hear about the situation, and I think it's really great though that your government is, has provided some financial assistance. I can't say all governments are doing that. So okay, so I don't know no one knows what's going to happen. We've never seen anything like this before, but sending lots of luck and well wishes to you guys in Morocco and actually everyone around the world. I just want to say, like, for myself, I just try to stay really positive. So I hope that everyone else can, maybe try that and, just try for positive thinking, because that's all we really can do at the moment. So sending lots of well wishes to everyone, and stay safe out there, of course, and healthy. Okay, so let's move along, because we could talk about Corona all day if we really wanted to. But let's go to, what are you studying, Hajar?
I'm studying computer science.
Okay, and what term are you in?
I am my third term.
Okay.
I have been studying now for 6 months.
Okay,
at the
very
University of the People.
Okay, so you're in your third term. You've been studying for 6 months, and you had I want to talk about some of the challenges that you faced in pursuing a degree in higher education. Can you talk a little bit about some of the challenges that you faced?
Okay. Studying at the University of the People was and still challenging. The way the University of the People teaches is very different from any university here in Morocco. So I was a little confused for at first, but the instructors always helped me, guided me, and corrected my mistake. I believe the University of the People has the best way of teaching. One of the challenges that faced me is time management. Due to some reasons, I couldn't manage my time, so I always waited until the last minute and do all the assignments at once. But thanks to the University of the People courses, I learned how to manage my time properly. I found also some financial problems. I couldn't pay for the fees, and I thought my journey was over before it started. But thanks to the University of the People, because they grant me a scholarship that helped me study and follow my dreams.
It's so nice to hear. I want to ask you, before you applied to University of the People, you wanted to stay close to your home in Morocco to study, but you had some challenges.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
The challenges I faced here in Morocco, that every university asks for some certain documents and stuff that I didn't have, so I couldn't even go to a university. So I went to some schools and I studied networking and I studied the business intelligence, but I felt like it didn't really help me, so I had to go to university.
Okay.
That's why I applied at University of the People.
And how did you find University of the People? I'm just curious.
Well, it's the best. um, the I like that we study in English because English is my favorite language.
Yeah,
Um,
I want to tell you, your English is really, really amazing.
thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, sorry, I cut you off though. Okay, so but like, did you find University of the People did you do a Google search? Did you hear about it
I
from
was
a friend?
actually searching on Facebook and searching for every social media. I was searching for something affordable and um, something that has high quality. So I was searching on Facebook and I found Naz talking about the University of the People. And I said, why not? Why not go and apply? What would I lose? Nothing.
That's so
I will
nice.
just
Yeah, so for those of you who are watching who don't know what Hajar is talking about, so I would say he's like a social influencer. His name is Nas Daily, and he does a lot of different videos about different topics, and he created one about University of the People. He's actually created many for us, but the first one he created, which I think you might be referring to, is the one
yeah, the first one that made
where
me
he
really excited and made me go apply directly.
yeah, it's a really great video. I see a lot of people asking how I can apply, how do I join? So it's really easy. I've actually included a link in the description of this event to take you to the application page. So you can start the application. You don't have to pay a fee up front. You can skip the fee if that's an issue. So I really recommend that you go to that link in the description of this event, copy and paste it into a browser, and you can actually at University of People you can take a course for free and then pay at the end of the term. You can decide if you want to continue. So it's like there's no risk at all. Okay, I see Julia's enjoying her vacation and asking how do I become Jessica's best friend. Julia, you already are my best friend. Julia's great. Shout out to Julia. Okay, so okay, why did you want a higher education and what do you plan on doing after you graduate?
I wanted a higher education because I have a really big crush on learning new stuff and expanding my knowledge. I always search for a high quality yet affordable education. And why I wanted, uh, what do I do after I graduate? I want to work here in Morocco and I want to refine the skills that I learned. After I master them, I'm gonna travel to other countries and search for better commute opportunity.
Okay. And that was another thing that I read in your, in your student ambassador form is that you really feel like University of the People will open, doors for your career.
Yeah,
Okay, so
it
that's
will.
yes, I will. That's great. We actually did a live event yesterday featuring an alumni and or an alum, and he talked about how University of the People helped him with his degree, and it was a really great event. He also had some really great tips on LinkedIn. So if you guys didn't catch the video yesterday, it is on our Facebook and YouTube channel. Okay, so let's move along. Why don't you talk about your experience at University of the People, what it was like, what it's like learning and studying, the course instructors, maybe some students you've met. Maybe you could talk a little bit about that.
My experience at the University of the People is very fruitful. Studying at the University of the People, full of information. The courses are straightforward, are full of straightforward information. The instructors are very knowledgeable in their field. They are also very helpful when something goes wrong. And they are always available, which is most important. All the students are very kind and they helped me when I didn't understand anything, and they make learning with them very beneficial. With different points of view, we all get to exchange thoughts and correct the wrong ones.
Okay, and what do you think about, because you're interacting with so many different students from all around
Yeah.
the world, can you talk a little bit about what it's like to study with such a diverse student body?
Well, it's a very heartwarming experience to study from with the people from all over the world, exchange cultures, and even exchange languages. So it was very heartwarming,
And
and
what about,
it's always.
sorry, what was the last thing you were going to say?
I didn't hear you.
Oh, okay. Okay, so that's okay, so that's your experience. What about um, the flexibility? We are 100% online, which allows you to work, study. You can do everything all at
Yeah.
once. Can you talk a little bit about how the flexibility has helped you?
The UO people studies are very flexible. Because I am in Morocco, there is 5 hour difference between the University of the People watch and here, the watch in Morocco. So I can study whenever I want. Lucky for me, the deadline is 5 hours. It's 5 hours difference, so it is 5 a.m. here. I have plenty of time to do my assignments and I can study wherever I am while traveling or visiting my family. I just need Wi Fi.
Okay. That's great. And I didn't ask you about computer science. Well, how did you decide to study computer science? And maybe you have, you can say what you enjoy about the program.
Well, I actually have a background about the computer science field. I studied before the University of the People. I studied networking, and I also studied business intelligence. And after that, I decided I need to do something new. I need to learn something about this field and be knowledgeable more about this field. So I wanted to learn more about programming and how to code. So I applied for computer science in the University of the People because I wanted to learn new stuff and I wanted to learn more about coding and programming.
Okay, very cool. Okay, so let's talk about maybe, people all over the world are transitioning to online learning, and we do have the early admissions deadline coming up tomorrow, and we want to encourage as many students, who are looking to transition to an online degree to join University of the People. Um, it is our mission to open the gates to higher education. What tips would you offer what tips would you offer those looking to transition to an online degree?
For students that are searching for an online degree, I think you should search for an affordable education that you can pay even if you don't work. I think a flexible online degree is a vital thing to consider. So you can search for a higher education. I think you should search for a higher education, higher quality education. I think you should search for an international degree. You never know you never know if you will travel to another country because it's our dream to travel to all over the world. I think you should search for a suitable degree and not what other people um, not what other people tell you to study or the brand that you should study. You should search for a suitable degree to your personal goals and abilities. I think you should search for um, I think you should search for a flexible online degree and is a vital thing to consider so you can study according to your schedule and even if you work all day.
So it sounds like you just described University of the People. So we've come full circle. And last but not least, what about those who are looking to study computer science? I mean, this is a very lucrative field, and I'm just curious, what about your experience, and what tips you have for those looking to study computer science at University of the People? Hajar? Maybe Hajar froze. It looks like she froze. So, but that's okay because that was our last question. Maybe she'll come back. Um, I'm curious for our viewers, why don't you let us know if you're studying computer science and any tips? Why don't you guys answer the question? Um, oh, there's Hajar. Yay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, hey, okay. So Hajar, the question that I had for you was how it was about computer science. Wait.
Yeah.
Okay. So what about computer science? You're studying computer science. You're very passionate about it. There's so many people out there like you who want to study computer science. What tips would you have for those students?
I think you should apply for the University of the People because it has the best program and the best courses. I was so doubtable at first when I applied. I said maybe it won't work, maybe it will work, but I don't know. So I just went for it. After that, after reading and studying the first course and the second course, now it's the third course. So I think you should apply for the University of the People because I think you should apply for the University of the People because it has the best program and they're all helpful. All the managers, all the instructors. They are so helpful.
Okay, perfectly said. Thank you so much. Hajar,
Yeah,
it's been a pleasure having you. I want to
it's been a
wish you
pleasure being here.
Thank you. I want to wish you the best of luck in your academic journey, and thank you so much for taking the time to be there. I know it's kind of in the middle of your day, so thank you for joining
Thank you
us.
for
I know
having me.
it's been a pleasure. So guys, thank you also to our viewers for tuning in as usual. We couldn't do these lives without you, so thank you so much, for always showing up. I see a lot of the same people who come back, and it really makes me happy. So thank you. Keep on coming back. And if anyone has, topics that they'd like cover, let us know in the comments. I'd love to know. And so that's it. That's all I got for today. So yeah, like I said, just don't forget, if you haven't saved your spot yet for next term, which starts November 12th, you can copy the link in the description of this event and paste it into your browser, and it'll take you straight to the application page. If the fees are an issue, you can always, apply for grants and scholarships. So don't let the financial situation be a reason not to apply to University of the People. You can also take a whole course. You can take a whole term. You can take courses for a whole term. Sorry, and you can pay at the end. No problem. Pay at the end of that term. And if English is not your first language, not to worry. We do offer English composition courses to catch you up to speed. So, okay, Saeed, I just saw your message. We'll be in touch with you. Okay, Saeed, I didn't forget about you. Okay, so thank you so much, everyone. If you have any questions, if you're a student, you can email your you can email your program advisor, and if you're an applicant, you can email your admissions advisor. So I hope everyone stays safe and healthy and connected with UO people by your side. And once again, thank you, Hajar, for joining me today. It's been a pleasure.
It's been a pleasure for me too.
Okay, bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.